What man that you have heard or read about, living today in any part of the world, do you admire most? Welcome back to Bible Bears, everyone. I'm Ryder Cullison. That is a question that Gallup asks American citizens every year. What man and what woman do you admire most? And you might be surprised who is number one this year. Well, actually you won't be, because you saw the subject title of this video. But I'm going to give you more information on who came in second, third, fourth, and fifth, and so on. But before I do that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That's right. President Trump is number one in 2020 with 18% of the vote. Now, you're probably thinking, who cares about these polls? They're inaccurate. They mean nothing. Well, if you're Republican, you're saying, heck yeah, we like President Trump. Of course, that's why he got 18%. Most of the Republicans asked, 48% of the Republicans asked actually, said, hey, I admire President Trump. If you're a Democrat, you're probably thinking, hey, these polls are trash. But what if I told you that for the previous 12 years, President Obama was the number one most admired man? Actually, in 2019, President Obama and President Trump were both tied for number one with 18%. This year in 2020 is the first year that Trump stands alone with 18%. President Obama has 15%. People suggest that's likely because some people also voted for Joe Biden this year, and so good old Joe stole some of the votes from President Obama. So here's who rounded out the list. Okay, as I said, President Trump was number one with 18%. Obama came in second with 15%. Joe Biden, President-elect Joe Biden, I said it, he's technically the president-elect. Who knows what's going to happen, but that's how we identify him. 6%. Fauci, Dr. Fauci, 3%. Now, look, I know a lot of you don't like Dr. Fauci. He's not popular. I don't fault 3% of the population saying, hey, I admire Dr. Fauci. I mean, he's a doctor. He's got credentials. He's worked hard. And there is a good percentage of the population who believes everything he says. So to them, he's a great guy. Pope Francis, a.k.a. the false prophet. Elon Musk, our reality's version of Tony Stark, had 1%. If you don't know who Elon Musk is, he's an American businessman, entrepreneur. He's best known for starting up Tesla. He also has a number of other side companies. One is the Boring Company. Basically, they build tunnels. He's creating some Hyperloop under Los Angeles, I think. And he also owns a private space company. He's got these rockets that go up and down. It's pretty cool. Bernie, 1%. He's a socialist. Still very admired. Bill Gates, 1%. Well, he's one of the richest people in the world. He wants to vaccinate everybody, which it's not a bad thing necessarily to want to eradicate disease, unless your primary purpose for doing it is really to add more gold to your coffers and nano tattoo us at the same time. I'm not really into that. LeBron James, 1%. Now, listen, I don't like his political views. I'm kind of one of those people, sadly, who just says, look, man, you're allowed to have a voice, you're allowed to have an opinion, but really I just want to watch you play basketball. Actually, I don't even want to watch him play basketball. I used to like the Lakers until he joined the Lakers. But I can't deny his talent. I can't deny I understand why people admire him. I mean, he is an impressive athlete. And let's just rounding out our list, the Dalai Lama at 1%. All right, let's look at the women. Michelle Obama, 10%. I'm sure she's been on this list for a number of years, so imagine that. Barack Obama, number one for 12 years. Michelle Obama at the top of the list. They're probably feeling pretty good about their lives. Hey, we're the most admired people in America. How does that fuel your ego? Kamala Harris, 6%. She's also kind of a socialist. Melania Trump, 4%. Here you liberals are going, oh gosh, give me a break. Oprah Winfrey, 3%. I imagine she's on this list all the time. Oprah Winfrey is an impressive individual. I don't agree with everything she says. She has made a ton of money. Not that that's the sole measuring stick by which we measure impressiveness, but she did come up from pretty much nothing, has done a lot with her life. She gives away a lot of things, so I think that's great. I don't fault anybody for that. Angela Merkel, the president, premier, whatever you call her, president of Germany, anybody who's president of a country is impressive. I don't fault anybody for admiring that. Again, I'm sure she has lots of skeletons in her closet. Hillary Clinton, 2%. When we look at people like Trump, Biden, the Obamas, Clinton, a lot of these people who are in politics, look, a lot of them are crooked. They do a lot of shady things that, quite frankly, because of the positions that they're in, that they feel they should get away with, just because they're elitists and we're the common folk. AOC, need I say more? Didn't I just prove my point? I think that proves my point. 2%. Queen Elizabeth, 2%. All right, people admire her. Great. I don't walk in her shoes. I do think it's kind of impressive to be as old as she is and still be Queen of England. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility there. Amy Coney Barrett, I actually do admire Amy Coney Barrett for what she's done, for undergoing all this scrutiny. What I find really fascinating here is the person who's been in the top 10 the most amount of times, 61 times. It's not Muhammad Ali, it's not Michael Jordan, it's Billy Graham. Billy Graham, of course, is no longer alive, so if he was, he'd probably keep that streak going, but 61 times. That's once a year. For 61 years. It's impressive. Now, who would you put on here? I don't think I would name any of these people as the person that I admire most. I'm more conservative. I would not name Trump as the person I most admire. Sadly, if you asked me a year ago, I'd probably name a Christian apologist. I might even name Ravi Zacharias. And look at the egg that would be on my face. All right? So I do still admire Ravi Zacharias for what he did to further the gospel. I don't admire at all the decisions he's made in his private life. I'm talking about the sexual misconduct that he took part in. But my point is, we have to be very careful who we admire. We cannot admire just those people who get the most press, the most publicity, who are in the news the most. I admire the fact that these people stand up for what they believe in. They take a lot of garbage thrown at them. Yes, that's impressive. But it's okay to admire our fathers and our mothers, or our brothers, or our sisters, or our grandparents. It's okay. Admiring the police officer down the street is okay. Admiring a local author is okay. I find a little disturbing that most of the people on here are unscrupulous people. Why do we admire them? Let's think about why we choose to admire certain people. The Canaanites, the Philistines, whoever, they created gods for themselves that were basically rapists, murderers, adulterers, incestuous gods. That's who they followed. And who are we following? Who do we admire? And if we admire these types of people, what does that say about our culture and about our civilization and where it's going? We can't admire only the people we know. I wish these people in these Gallup polls, and I'm just as guilty of this, let's just admire the everyday, individual, unknown, unsung heroes that stand up for us. What do you guys think? Put that in your comments below. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, and share. And as always, I love you and have a blessed day.